Hey, I'm not sure what the channel is going to be about yet, but we're going to start with a YouTube tip. Put live streams on time to speed until they catch up with the immediate time that's live. Hey, I don't really know what my account's going to be about yet, but we're going to take this video by video. And I figure whatever y'all are into, we'll make more of. So did you guys know that Sabrina Carpenter is from Philly? If you're not in America, Philadelphia, Philly, it's in Pennsylvania on the east coast of our country. It's very different from here in Los Angeles. Like, you know, when people kind of exaggerate their level of gratitude, or they're like, you know, you guys got me here. Some people mean it, some people don't. Me personally, I think you guys know for a fact I would not be here if it weren't for you. I just didn't always understand what you guys were doing, so sometimes I wasn't too happy about it. But now having like a little bit better understanding, I'm not only more accepting of your methodology, but I'm thankful, you know, for the way you guys go about things to make sure that I can continue to broadcast and stay with you. Oh, please, come on, sweet spot right there. You guys also know how I am with the phone. Try to be the juggle master. The balance master. I am a Libra, so balance is very important. Okay. Shout out. Sup, Romel? How you doing? Thanks for coming on. Guys, I don't care what level we get to. I've been dreaming and scheming, all right? And I'm really hoping. And if you guys see me breathe like that, I get really high levels of anxiety, but it's just become so commonplace for me that I kind of just power right through it and try to pretend like it's not even happening. And it works for me. You know, it's a method that is effective for me personally, so I just keep doing it. I know I need to like slow down or whatever, but when I'm eating a healthy, like when my life is where I want it, I'll slow down. I promise. You guys have my word. When my life is where I want it, I will slow down. I know I'm good at being satisfied when I need to be. And it's also important to stay awake and aware to the situation. And my situation says that I need to keep working. Working doesn't always mean a job. You know, that's another something I had to get over and move on from, is this feeling of like that I need to be pleasing people that are like not even, you know, that are contributing so minimally to where I'm at. And when people get to that point where they're like telling you what they did for you as opposed to what they're doing for you, big red flag. So for me, I am mostly alone now at this point, which is fine. But I am no longer relying on, I guess you could say, people that were formerly very supportive, who now, for the most part, are hoping to, you know, bank on some interest policy that was never agreed upon in reference to being a part of my life on a personal level. Congrats on the apartment. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Yeah. This is mostly the work of a lot of really good people that just made sure that I could get a roof over my head and was like off the street. I don't know if you guys saw the hurricane kind of a thing. Very scary. Was also the first earthquake I had ever been in that I'm aware of. I've experienced tornadoes. I've been in the middle of hurricanes. I have, you name it, a natural disaster. I have probably been there for one of them, except like a tsunami. You guys probably come up with a few more. Thank God for my nihilists and my not activists. What's the word? My cynics. Those of you in the audience who are my cynics. I have definitely come to appreciate, understand, and learn to recognize that you keep me grounded. so that I don't need to be grounded. So thank you, as I actually really come to the fruition of recognition that you have kept me from much more difficult situations and probably death. So thank you. I paint my nails for you. And that's the truth, I really do. Ashley goes, I hear the echo. Does that mean you need furniture? The echo is, it could be the phone. I also have the room. I have doors open. I don't listen. I'm making an effort to find middle ground between fake it till you make it and boo-hoo me, right? So like, it's not boo-hoo me right now. It's real, and not for me. Okay. I had things rough enough where this is living like a king. So it's not boo-hoo me. And on the other end, I don't want to do the fake it till you make it thing and be like, look at me. I'm in this nice big fancy place. I mean, it's big and fancy for me, but God's honest truth, most people would walk in here and be like, sir, you have found a closet. I'd be like, yes, I did. Ash goes, no, it just sounds like an empty room. Ash is mostly an empty room. I'm not big enough yet to absorb the sound. Studio is great. Thank you. I just, as long as we're not putting words in my mouth and recognizing like I'm not making any claims. I'm also trying to like not talk too much about stuff because like on one hand, like I said, as long as I'm not breaking the rules, I really could do whatever I want. Like as long as I'm minding my own business, where I'm at, like what I'm doing and all that, that's my personal private business. You are new in town. Yes, I am. Didn't mean to pry. You're really not prying. Like okay. On that topic, thank you. On the topic of like personal info and whatever and how it affects the people around me. Like I've always been the type of person that's like, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to put myself out there and do what I could. And if I make decisions that are healthy for me, that are not unhealthy for the next person, this person doesn't feel like keeping up in their own lane, it's not my fault, and it really isn't. In the same token, I have definitely learned, Tammy, thank you for the share. And thank you to those of you that have been following. Thank you. How do I put this? It's like I've learned camaraderie. Like, I've really learned teamwork. I've really learned how to like work things out with my neighbors and like be a part of a community, like not just run a community, right? But like to be a part of a community it's not always the same thing, right? So like I'm not just that snobbish, outcasty type, like stickler for the rules guy that you guys know I really was. I was like the most non-rebel you would ever meet. And now it's like my behavior is in line, but my mindset is like, look, I support doing what you want because you get one life. And if you don't get to live it, you're going to have regrets. And regrets are never worth it. They're just not, do we need structure in society? We do. I've also learned that like, there's a lot of people that make excuses for like how many rules they have and what kind of rules they have that are like unnecessary. Right. So, but then vice versa, there's different things that are, like important. And it's kind of based on like the efficacy and capability of the community itself. And so that could be like really up in the air depending on where you're at and what's going on. So like where I'm at, for example, we have security, right? And they're pretty strict. I have to admit they're pretty strict. But it's a blessing. Okay. So like it's actually a good thing. I'm the type of guy that says, "Oh, do whatever you want," but at the same time, it's really nice knowing that like once you get past that gate, there's not anybody past the gate that's not supposed to be past the gate. It's reassuring, you know. Um, so I digress. Any more questions? We have one question. If you're still here, thank you for that question. I'm going to do my best to come live with you as often as I could. Excuse me. I'm also, this is very raw. Where I'm at right now is that I didn't polish things up. That was a personal decision I had to make of, do I want to become this poised thing, or do I want to jump right into it and set the new standard? And you guys know how I do. So here we sit, the next chapter. So thank you, like I said, thank you for being here. If you're brand new, my name is Step with a P, like walking. Family name goes way back, but I personally was born and raised with a name that is technically not even real, I guess. And like, there's a lot of my family that apparently wasn't my family, and a lot of my family that is family that I didn't know was my family, and I worked all that out. And pretty much on my own, because ain't nobody telling me anything. And I trace roots back to the point where Step is the closest we're going to get to even knowing who the hell I am. So it works for me way better than 150 nicknames I got over the past 2 years. It goes, "Hey there, long time no see. Hi, I love you. I'm thankful for you. I have a lot of Ericas. Which one of my Ericas are you? This is my please forgive me. Don't be mad at me. And say hi. Peace." Can you hear a lot? I live in San Francisco. Oh, how's it going? Good to see you. All right. I remember you. I'm, hell am I? I'm good. I'm getting my motivation. I'm starting to piece together what I'm doing here, what I'm gonna do here, how I'm gonna do it, and who I'm gonna do it with. I'm finding that I fit right in, which is really nice, since at least LA seems to be, if you fit in, you don't fit in. So I don't fit in, so I'm fitting right in. And I definitely belong here. That much I know. And I kind of have to start getting to work with I know what I want to do. I want to sing. You're gonna laugh at me, but I want to get into hip hop dance. Maybe not professionally, but I'm actually a pretty good dancer. And I would like to actually recreationally hip hop dance, or be on a dance team or something. Laugh at me if you have to, but sounds very cool to me. But singing, I'm actually not that bad at singing, and I've been told, and I've also been doing a little of my own research, and I think that's going to end up being something I do. I'm really going to have to be good at, you guys already know that I'm pretty, what do you call it? I'm pretty good with metaphors, so we can go that route. And here, give me 1 second. I have somebody that keeps trying to access my frickin'. 1 second. Keeps turning on my frickin' webcam. I don't know how to do this stuff right now. I don't want to unplug the TV, but I gotta just unplug it. It's fine. Yeah, I'm a mess, but I'm way less of a mess than I've ever been. Oh, thank you to where are we at? We're at 3:20 in the broadcast. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to follow. My name is Step. I live in Los Angeles. Wait, wow, that sounds cool. I just moved here. And I am piecing my life together one step at a time. And apparently bringing you along for the journey. That's not my shtick. I don't really have a shtick. I have just, I brought you along with me for a long time. And I like being here with you. So, it's always a good thing. Always a good thing. I've had to buck up. I really have. It's not in my voice. I can tell you that. It doesn't come out in my voice at all. And I try to like beef up my voice here and there and sound like, how do I help people like see how far I've come? Like, just know, welcome to LA. It's a snowboard. Thank you. I love it here. Oh my gosh, do I love it here. The earthquake thing was scary. I thought the whole earth was going to fall into the ground. Didn't last too long around that, but it was really scary because like everything fell. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought I was going to die. I really did. I'm serious. I was like, and I went to the gate and everything, and I'm like, hey, so like, if this happens, but worse, like, you're gonna come get us, right? They're like, nah, we're all adults here. You kind of just like, you'll see everybody running. Okay. I really didn't know what to say after that. I just let it go. I was sad and nervous, and I had to pee. So I peed, and I went back to watching TV, and I waited for death, and it never came. As always. Thank you for the stuff. I'm still learning how all this works. But you guys are pretty cool. Yeah, so like, I can't get a day job. Can we talk about that? Oh, or if you guys know anybody in LA that would hire me. Because like, guys, I had no idea. I had no idea how big I actually got. People be like, you ain't big, you don't have a platform. It's friggin' social media, okay? I'm talking like 50s fame. Okay? Like, word of mouth. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, people over here found out about me from back there by word of mouth. Like, stuff that they can't even be, wild. Freaking wild. Thank you. Thank you for the prayers. What am I good at? Pretty good at talking. I'm a pretty strong guy. Physical labor. Rather articulate. So like precision jobs, I'm not too bad with. Sales. Really good sales. Massages. Moonbeam goes, have you applied for any jobs there? Yeah. Let me put it this way. I'll give you a short story. Just keep pushing forward and everything will work out. Thank you. Yeah, that's what's amazing is it gets better every day. But like I can't do it without you guys. I seriously like this has been killing me. Just like being offline and like not like the people around me are cool, but like you guys are my people. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been with each other for a long time. And I got feelings. Maybe something in construction. No, I'll tell you the thing out here is like uh, they're like, there's just so much out here I could say that would get me in trouble for saying. Like, I probably already said stuff that would doesn't fly, So it's better if I don't say more. But like, a job in construction is going to be near impossible. I will put it this way though. Like, I went to a space where people gathered to get construction jobs. They were asking me for a construction job. I didn't have any jobs for them. And I said, I don't have one, do you? I need one. Like, no, bro. I'm like, okay. That's so sad. It is pretty sad. It actually is really, really sad. It would be more sad if like people had better attitudes. It's much easier to not feel bad for people when they are absolute pricks. Just saying. How's the funds? I see you. You can't hide from me. Kelsey, good to see you too. How are you? Yeah. Bye. Hey. Sorry, I'm somewhat like gremlin. I am getting warm, so we're going to turn the air conditioner on. Wait 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Ask me questions. I have answers. Guys, listen. Okay, I'm going to say this too. All right, we're just going to put a 5-minute time cap right here where nobody has to be deathly afraid of me. And go. 5-minute time cap. You ask anything you want. And I will not retaliate. I will not seek retribution. I will not equalize. I will not get mad. I will not bite with you. I will not pillage the village. I will build and love and spread prosperity. Go. And I'm gonna get a water. And don't get mad at me for what I've become, wouldn't you? Would you either die or let somebody else die if the other person is a bad person? It really doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just live or die. I'm sorry to tell you when it comes down to it. It's just live or die. No. Except most people are like too cool for school. I'm not. I pay attention in class. No, Haley, I do not. I shave my head. I don't. I do not have any form of disease that I'm aware of. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Say I look like Tom Holland. That's a huge compliment for me personally. Also a big fan of Zendaya, so that's neither here nor there. The last time, it's very concerning. Yes, it's not. Here's the thing: it's not concerning. It's a perspective thing. It may be what you're used to. You're used to something else. Me personally, I'm discovering my identity and being myself. It is not concerning in the slightest. But thank you for your sentiment. Oh, great, cool. Sorry. No, you're cool. Thanks for being here. What's up, Katrina? How are you? Yeah, like the whole thing is just like it's pretty noticeable, the pieces of all this that I've procured and put together and the parts of it that weren't me, because it's like the stuff that I've put out there, admittedly, worked out pretty good. And the stuff that wasn't my idea, or that I wasn't informed or told about, Oh, and I go to my fridge, and I reach for the fridge, how this food. I love whatever you got. So, you don't really want to know. Slap the steak. They get away. Ouch. I'm here. Okay. So yeah, and also for those of you that know or don't know, damn, I've taken on a few responsibilities I didn't even mean to take on. It was just like people didn't know what to do, and I'm just like, all right, here's the deal. I'll be the boss and do it for you. Like, no, we just need it done. Like, look, I don't just do stuff. Like, you can either give it to me or you can leave me alone because you're stressing me out. And if it's not mine, I don't do it. So they're like, but old people do this. And like, old people are dying. We've had an international pandemic that happens like once every 100 years. Gimme. And they're like, you're a child. I'm like, well, still doing a better job than your old people. And they're like, we'll give you 5 minutes. And before they finish the sentence, I was done. Like that movie where the guy was in the computer and it took him less than, they put a gun to his head. He's like, you gotta get it done. They're like, you gotta get it done this time frame, right? And then he was like, boop, boop, beep, bop, and it was done. That was me. And I'm like, oh, I didn't realize what I did. But like, you're welcome. I didn't know all this stuff was so hard for people, man. And I know you guys are like, you're talking cryptic. I'm like, don't worry, I'll write songs. I'm going to be a passionate music artist. And I'm going to change the world with my words. I might. Who knows? Definitely done stranger things. So, yeah. OJ, baby. OJ. All I need is a glove. It's a joke. Horrible. Like, can you believe it? Crazy stuff, man. Whew. Yo, I know, guys, like, you can't even play me right now. I know that you have questions. If you don't ask now, by the time you get to asking, I'm going to have a PR manager and all the other fancy snazzy stuff. And you're going to get the white people answer. I don't know how else to say it to you. It's what's going to happen. How did I get to LA? Boop-a-doop-a-doo. How are you? And maybe a little ride here and there. Yo, I met some wild people out there. You guys didn't see any of it because I've learned to like curb things. I wish it were back in the day. I wish this were like pre-COVID. You would have seen so much cool stuff that like I didn't go through it all before this. But like COVID caused a cap. It was a necessity. Be around and broadcast again regularly. I can't make any promises, but the hope is yes. The nurse lady. Oh. Did I meet nice people too? Oh yeah, no. A lot of the wild people, they were totally nice. It was just like, whoa. Yeah, I met a lot of nice people, yes. America, yes. What's up, Zorro? Welcome to the US of A. My favorite country in the world. Only one I've ever been to. Totally biased. Don't care. Love America. Did you ever go down to Skid Row? Okay. So what happened was I had a bicycle and I didn't even know that I went through Skid Row. Apparently I did. I've seen worse. To be quite honest with you, it's not that bad. There's like places that no one's ever heard of that are far worse, that are like close to super nice areas. Goes the land of the pervert. As some fanatics may call it. We just call it normal. Just kidding. It's cool. You're cool. Thank you for being here. Nurse lady story, please. Yes, sir. Okay. Nurse lady story. Oh, first, I need a favor, because I don't know how to do this myself. And if you guys know how to do it, and you want to teach me or tell me, do me a favor and send me a message on how to look up warrants and stuff. Because, like, it's always nice to know. How do I identify as a snowboarder? Okay. Sexually, I identify as a male. So I don't even know, I'm not even good at this stuff yet. I'm learning about myself and I don't even know how to say any of it. Say, like, how to pronounce myself. You guys know how I do this. I come in half-cocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. And when the weapon misfires, I use the butt end of the stick and I move on with my day. I get the job done, okay? All right? There might not be two in the chest, one in the head, but the guy's dead and the game's over, Like, the other guy missed entirely. So, at least I got one of them in. What did you do with your eyebrows? I don't like having eyebrows. People always make fun of my eyebrows and make fun of my nose. And when I don't have eyebrows, they say I look better. People say I look better. People give me like compliments, and I don't get any comments about my nose when I don't have eyebrows. As far as how I identify, I do not identify with like a gender, social. That's how I'm trying to say. It's like I don't identify with a social identity of like masculinity, femininity, like any of those types of things. Gender is male, so yeah, I definitely don't identify as a male. If it's like socially, like I'm very socially fluid, but like sexual attraction, I'm only attracted to women, like mostly. And then, obviously on a sexual basis, I identify as like, I don't know, I go in, I don't get in, they don't go into me. I don't know how to say it. That you fine, thanks. I'm not very eloquent with the verbiage. Waiting since it happened to hear the Nurse Lady story. Thank you for your patience, Finley. Nurse Lady story. Okay. Well, first, can someone look up and see if I have any warrants in Texas? Do me a favor. Just look that up. Real quick, if any of you know how. It's called being a top. Okay. I'm very topish. Like Beyblade. We don't know already. Yeah, but, I know you would know. I know, thankfully. Guys, you guys are the only reason I know half of what goes on in my own life, outside of my own atmosphere. The law is not inside my atmosphere. People don't get that. They're like, well, that's the identity. You gotta understand, first off, I've never lived my life in a way that I've needed interaction with law enforcement. Second is my name's, apparently not even real. So, no offense, but you're calling me by name, and I'm like, really? And then thirdly, I don't care. I'm sorry, but I don't. Twitter would know. Okay. Why isn't it real? I don't know. They just I think it was one of my ancestors that got adopted or something. I don't frickin' know. But the name I gave you guys is real. It does. Oh yeah. Wait, you didn't hear the story. But you know about the yo guys, I've also turned into like a federal level super sleuth, like Interpol level super sleuth. You have no idea. Like I catch everything. Like my life is like half the time I feel like I'm one of them crime shows, and like I notice the hair in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Just pick up on everything. Um, do you live with your man? I would need one to live with my man. I am disastrously single. Don't even want to talk about it. But thank you, Denny. Tell listeners that we saw the dog. Yeah, but that wasn't my dog. I mean, it kind of was, but like it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Calm down. Let's simmer down. As my sister used to say, simmer down now. Let's simmer down. Together. Let's do this together. Okay? We're on the same page. Different book, same page, same language. You know what I'm saying? We got this. Okay. So, is there anything? The dog. I don't know how Doggo is. What I could tell you is that I did not intend to set up a sting. Bruh, I didn't mean to. I ain't a snitch. I'm really not. I don't do that kind of thing. But like when somebody sets themselves up and they're trying to take you down with them, yeah, let's go to prison together even though we met yesterday and the sex is mediocre. I don't know. She scared me, so I didn't mind. I was scared of her. I really was. I'm not even kidding you. What? Elaborate. What? What do you want to know? Like, I got the feds listening to me right now, which is fine. But, like, a little uncomfortable. They've been listening for apparently like a decade. Which I feel like by now, you know, like if it wasn't bothering me before, it should probably not bother me now. Story. Well, what do you want to know? Like, what do you guys want to know? Like, I was leaving. I was like, hey. She didn't open the door. I thought it was real weird. I was kind of hoping she was like dead or I don't know, maybe she wasn't there. She said she was there. And then SWAT swore in my face. I guess they didn't know that I didn't know what was going on. Guys, I cannot tell you how many times my interpersonal gullibility has been to my benefit. Oh my God. Unprecedented levels of forgiveness for just being blatantly naive. To this day, like, I understand some of the most intricate secrets of esoteric wisdom and knowledge of the universe bestowed upon me by God, her, they, self. Kind of literally, I guess it's like what some people call it. I call it common sense. Whatever. But other stuff, man, it goes right over my head. It really does. It's kind of weird being weird. I feel like it kind of cancels itself out, makes me normal. But anyway, so I was just like rounding the corner, literally passed right by a dude who like had this giant gun in his hands. Like, yeah, badge and everything. But I never assume, like, even if they're like a real officer, I don't even assume that's a real person until they like legitimately identify themselves. Why was she swatted? That's the thing, though. She wasn't there swatting, and then there's like being a criminal. Apparently, she was not anything she told me she was. To arrest her, apparently. So, like, here's what I gather based on, like, events that happened after that I cannot confirm nor deny. which is also like a more professional way of saying I can't prove, but like the data says I'm correct. It was really freaking, yeah, it actually was pretty scary. Like, I handle some pretty tough situations, but like anything that involves a woman, well, not woman anymore for me. I'm over that. Like I said, I feel like I've elevated past the ideas of gender. So like, but like an animal. The situation involves an animal. Like I officially literally see women as equal, like in every way. Because like I naturally gravitate towards reality and like stuff that makes sense. And like as my mind clears up and I'm able to think like in a way that makes sense, it's just much easier to just rationalize things in a way that's more accurate to what I see going on around me. And also I very much compare, like I take, I do comparative analysis. I do a lot of different types of like figuring out what makes sense with us, and I try to speak in layman's terms as much as possible. Sound regular, but I'm a nerd. Can't help it. But I also don't fit into the nerd community. They intimidate me quite a bit. So like this is kind of a middle ground. But yeah, so like I feel like if I had been there like maybe another 120 seconds by Denzel Washington's Equalizer's standards, I'd probably be dead. But same with the whole hurricane thing. The guy literally got off the street like days before the hurricane. How'd you get a place to live? Stay with a friend. I met rich people. I'm way too honest. Are your feet? Yes! Thank you for asking. That's another thing I got to sit back and reflect on is like how messed up my situation was, and like realizing like, oh my God, like how lucky am I that I do not have like any venereal diseases, blood diseases. Like I got all my tests done and everything. Like I don't have anything wrong with me. I'm so fucking lucky. So I have no idea. Like some of what I've trudged through, and like I'm talking about dirty, man. I made dirty look clean. I was not okay. Like I want you to think of the most rank homeless person you could think of. And they were like 3 steps above the situation I was in. Swear to God. And I'm getting fucked. Because I knew, like, I had my focus. I knew where I had to get to. I knew the time frame I had to get there. I knew what I needed to live to the point where I got there. And that was it. Anything else, I could clean up later, make an excuse for later, solve later, apologize for later, or otherwise pay for it later. And so recently got the bill, paid it off, moving on with my day. So yeah, thank you. Just really wish that like my brain had been like where it is. You know what I'm saying? Like mentality. Just wish I had that mentality like a couple of years ago. It would have been really convenient. Really, really convenient. I don't digress on this one. I'm really pissed at God. I'm really like, fuck you. You know, like you didn't have to like come on. Like I know sense of humor, it's hilarious. But like, come on. It's a little much. But he's like, or God's like, but you're kind of asking for, that's fair. He's like, you want to be a god among men, but you want to be a bitch. Like, fair. Very fair. Orange juice. And why do I want to do it? Because I don't have anything else to do. Did the nurse lady go to jail? I don't know. I didn't even look back. Guys, you do not understand. You ever hear them say, don't test my gangster? I don't even have a gangster. Let's call it attitude. And apparently they call that old school gangster. Bro, you make a decision, keep walking, and you don't look back. I didn't even look back. God's honest truth, I didn't even look back. Literally did not look back. You try to slide me like that, whatever happens to you is not my problem. I could hear you. This is the truth. As long as I ain't causing harm to somebody, or the situation isn't my fault, or they're not relying on me for life or death, if you're screaming in the background, call 911, because it ain't my problem. You screwed me over, and now them guys came to get you that I was keeping off your back. When that buzzsaw starts, let's hope you can keep the fingers on the other hand to call 911, because it ain't my problem. Guys, this is real life. That's the difference, is people be like, oh, I don't want to deal with this, I don't deal with it. Look, here's the deal. You can either do one of two things. You can take care of things yourself, or you can pay to have them taken care of for you. Do not ever think for a moment that you can disrespect the people that take care of things for you and not end up either paying a higher premium or needing to find someone new. So essentially what I'm saying is, they tried to pull me out of the society. It's like, we don't need you. Okay. I didn't get proud when they did. I just realized, all right, I'm here. Now shut up. And it is essentially literally, how I am with it. It's like, shut up. I got it. But at this point, what I have learned is if somebody doesn't need me, don't bother me. Do I have food? Define food. I have a plethora of sustenance. I am so spoiled. California is the land of plenty 10 times over. Kathy, you can't just go, huh? I'm not going to know what you're talking about. I was gone for a while, wasn't I? Yeah, I was gone for a while. I've also learned that if I want to take a break, I'm going to take a break. I know later on, I'll probably have to just hire somebody to, do this stuff. I'll still be with you guys. But, my peace has no price. So, you realize that the question you asked me, of everything that went on, which I know you guys still got a million questions, but you'll sooner just accept false answers from people on the internet at random who do not have the actual facts. They have information but not knowledge. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's kind of my fault. I set that precedence over the years. I never really answered questions. I never really I kind of just did whatever I wanted and let you guys kind of figure it out on your own. And most of you ended up wrong. It's not my fault, but I definitely could have set a better example. I'm really sorry for that, for real though. So if I could set a new precedence, ask me. Even ask me live. I'm not embarrassed. You gotta understand, I'm not afraid of death. God's honest truth, I am not. Not afraid of prison. I'm not in the slightest. And ironically, that keeps criminals away from me, because most criminals are actually terrified of incarceration. And the whole PR thing is kind of like, I've reached a point in my life where, thank you for the gift, where people recognize who I am to a level where the real ones see that there's no turning back. And as long as I don't go out of my way or intentionally screw up or like try to be a loser on purpose, that most things are forgivable, you know, like within reason, obviously. So my point is, anything you guys want to bring up, please feel comfortable to, because it's an open forum and I kind of want to answer. I'm nervous. Just don't feel bad for me, you know, just realize like I got to work through it on my own, but I want to answer your questions. I actually do. Like real talk. That's why I'm like assertively attempting to get you to speak your mind and ask me. Because I care and I want you guys to have the facts, at least the facts that I can give you. There is some stuff that's legitimately like classified and some stuff that's secret, some stuff that's top secret, but there is stuff that like I could actually talk about. And yes, I am a basic civilian, but I've just got to do a lot of really cool things in my short lifetime. And apparently some of those crossed over certain boundaries. I helped discover a couple of things and like can't even talk about some of them. But some of it I could, and I've gotten enough of my own wherewithal where I recognize what I could and could not talk about. So I don't understand. That's fine. I don't understand where you're at with that either, but take your time, you know, articulate your questions, you know, whatever you're trying to get at or look for, just ask. Can I explain what happened with somebody? No. Okay, look, that's actually on that list. That is on the classified list. And I am finally at liberty to say that to you. God's honest truth is classified. I cannot talk to you about it. I am telling you the truth. I know it sounds like such a fucking cop-out answer, but I'm not giving a cop-out answer, okay? I have legitimate confirmation that it's classified. I can't tell you anything about what went down with all that. Have some respect. No, it's cool. Like, hey, for real though, like, I set that standard. I said it's fine. It's on me. Yeah, you're not in the slightest bit disrespectful. You're not. Ashley, it's okay. It's all right. I've healed. I've moved on. You know, I really have. Actually slept with a dude recently. Technically. Well, they weren't. They weren't. I don't know. They weren't. It's actually wonderful. It's a lot of fun, too. Say we ask. Yeah, I don't know why you're apologizing to me. If somebody else comes at you in the comments, I am very protective. My fans are very protective. I love you. I love you all for being as protective as you are. Thank you. And so I'll be nice to each other as much as possible. But they know that's like a super sensitive thing for me, or at least it was. Stop out the jail calling me. Okay, but give me 1 second. I'm just gonna take these off because people are actually like not being loud. I'm not being that loud anyway. I like having these on because it like puts me in the zone. I hope you guys don't mind. I don't look too weird. The jail coming, man. You said you weren't afraid of it, so I was wondering why I'm not afraid of it. Is that with certain types of questions, I will ask if you could be as articulate as humanly possible with like the way that you phrase a question, in order that I could I want to answer it to the best of my ability with accuracy. Is really what I'm getting at. I want to make sure that I answer you properly in a way that makes sense and is also fair to you for asking the question. Why am I not afraid of incarceration? First and foremost, if you want respect from non-corrupt law enforcement, okay? People that go to work and do their job and come home to their family or come home to their own personal life. Do not fear incarceration. Do not fear the law. Do not fear law enforcement officers. Do not fear interactions with law enforcement. Okay? Don't be excited for just being different. You know, For example, we're downplaying it, obviously. Now, I don't always like these comparisons, but we are lay people. We are not like them. We are not para anything. Well, those of us that are. So we're gonna go layman's terms here. Is jail not that bad? No. Jail is death. Jail is death. Okay? Especially if you're not lazy and you do stuff with your life. Jail is the most agonizing, excruciating, horribly, inappropriately, inhumane, destructive experience humanly conceivable to the mind, body, spirit, possibly soul of the being that is us. Yeah, it's that bad. I was good at it. It's really good at it. Death. It's really bad. Don't go there. Don't ever go there. I have starved. I have been beaten within an inch of my life. This is outside of incarceration. I'll get there. I have lost people that I loved more than my own life. I have gone through some very seriously painful physical and metaphysical transitions in life. None of them compare to whatever the fuck happens to you or is done to you during incarceration. Doesn't even come close. Not war. Nope. Nothing. And people whose brains perceive or conceive it to be yet another experience are definitely not consciously tuned into the effects of said experience. One thing you will never see me support, because there seems to be no intention, at least in a process that's fast enough to shift the system to be healthier for those who are incarcerated. It's bad. Bad conditions. It's considerably good for bad people. If you're a good person, jail is really bad. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. And prison's worse. No, prison's better. Prison's so much better. Oh my god. But it's also really scary. So anyway, next question. I really hope you guys are recording and clipping these and posting videos on YouTube and getting free views for yourself, because you have my word, as I say this out my mouth, is free attribution. Do whatever you want with it. Anything I record, anything I do what you want with it. Because what I realized is I might not make money, but I don't need that money, number one. Number two, it's a lot of work to manage a virtual self. Are you kidding me? You guys go ahead and do that. Have at it. Have fun. The video's going out there either way. I want the traffic. I want people to see my face, let it get out there. You know what I'm saying? And in whatever light it is, there's always going to be that 1% of people who use the brain. And if, like I said, if it's not a very appropriate video, they're going to find their way to common sense. And for those of you that just put out, basic content, thank you. Even cooler. They make you famous. They did, though. They did. Yo, 2020, I'm telling you, man. Did you not notice how, sorry. Okay, that goes into, a topic. That goes into, stuff that I could talk about. But, it's really better that I have to take these off for a little while. But it's really better that I don't, just so I'm not, being a jerk. If I were to talk about that stuff, I'd just be a straight-up jerk. So, for now, it's better that I don't. For whatever it's worth, I was like not being myself. You know what I mean? Like I really wasn't. Like I was so freaking just. I didn't lose touch with reality, but I definitely lost touch with like how my decisions and behavior was affecting the people that I care about. You know, like, I didn't realize. But like they also like made sure to not communicate, like, you know what I'm saying, like whatever. The point is, I was doing my thing, and now I'm doing my thing. But I had some people who like really pervaded their way into my personal space and tried to force their way in and figure out like how they could get from mine, you know. But like it just doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. And people don't understand like the lot that you get, depending on where it comes from, is yours. So like this is mine. It literally cannot be stolen, cannot be taken. It's not possible. All right? Like they could take my face, they could take my name, they could reproduce, you know, the content, do all that. But when it comes down to it, I'm the commodity. I'm the product. I'm the sale. I'm the guy, the person that people want in that perspective, right? And same goes for anybody in this market, anybody in this industry, right? It's like you are the thing that people desire. It's not you. You can't reattach that to another person. You can rebrand it and repackage it and sell it. You know, Walmart does that with, you know, let's say Reese's or, you know, Nabisco products, right? You got great value brand, but at the end of the day, you know, nothing beats a Reese's. You know, I don't know how else to say it. So like for me, I know my personal value, I know my worth, and the way I'm talking to some people may sound cocky, but it's really not. It's confidence. And my recommendation to you on a personal level, like not even professional, I'm talking to you like one-on-one, mano a mano, is you should care about yourself as much as I care about myself. You should. And whatever that looks like for you, whatever it means to you, find a way to get there, because you are worth that much. You are. You just don't know it. I mean, I've seen it on paper. I'm telling you for a fact, like we are valuable. And you have to put the work in to start finding out how much you're really worth. No, I haven't, Haley, but I really hope that's a positive reference. I'm really hoping, because like where I'm at in my life is where like I don't have to do this anymore. So like I'm looking for you guys to start surprising me in a good way, because I have a lot of people in my real physical life out here that are actually starting to like surprise me in good ways, right? And I'm not the type of person that chooses people over people, right? Like one person over another. But I have to admit, in some ways, I am kind of being pushed to that, because it's like I'm getting so much positive feedback in real life here in Los Angeles. And like then I come to the internet and I'm like hoping, you know, and it's like, I guess maybe it's just the people around me value me and care about me more than you guys do. But I don't want to believe that, you know, especially just for how much we've been through together, and just how much I've been here for you, how much you've been here for me. Like I genuinely thought that you guys cared about me. But maybe that was just me being a fool. But what I can say is I do genuinely care about you. I really do. I mean, if you guys realize like how far out of my way I'm actually going to like be doing this with you right now, maybe it would like change your perspective a little bit, and you know, we'd be a little more on the same page. But I mean, when it comes down to it, I understand, you know, like I'm just another face. I'm just like, you know, not that important. Like I get it. But for me, I don't see you that way. But that also in part comes from, you know, recognizing my worth. Like recognizing my worth makes it a lot easier for me to see how much more you are worth. Right. And like I see I don't want to say that I necessarily see your worth, because I don't know you on that level. But what I know is you're worth it. So I step out here and I try to interact and I try to stay close with you guys, stay close with all of you. Seem friendly. Thank you. Yeah, that's how I am. Anywhere I go, I'm usually the first person to be saying hi to people and whatnot. But at the same time, I'm like very reclusive. Like I'm actually really not only empathic, but also like kind of a, what's the word? Introvert. I'm actually pretty introverted, believe it or not. Yes. That's also another thing, is not having these. Like I don't want them. I don't. But what I'm doing right now is I'm just gonna let everything go, at least for a while. And like I said, like I have somewhere to live. I have food. Really all that's left is for me to just start resting and relaxing and like letting myself recuperate the rest of the way. Maybe exercise a little bit so like I don't gain too much weight. But here's the thing though, they're not like entirely necessary. They were necessary like a long time ago, but they're not like nearly as necessary anymore, especially considering like we have showers and stuff. You guys asked me these things. These are like personal, like these are like really personal things that I do that literally just have to do with me. Not like a standardized, like, if you want to, go for it. But it's just something I like to do. But to be totally honest, I didn't do the other one just because like, it really hurt. It like hurt a lot. So like I'm just holding off, and then when I have enough money, I'm just gonna start getting like stuff done. Like I'm actually gonna get like down to the follicles, and then same with like all my hair and everything. So I don't like hair. Or on my body. I don't like having hair on my body at all, anywhere. I just don't. That's just me personally, I've really been pushing to keep like people's influences away from me, so I could actually make decisions for me. And it's only now that only recently that I've been coming to see just how much my decisions were being influenced from the people around me. And like I didn't want to admit it, just because like I wanted to believe that I knew me. I'm only now really starting to get to know me. Lasered, sure. Whatever procedure, I don't know. I don't know all that much about that kind of stuff right now. I'm still new to a lot of it. Oh, and something about, what's up, Dolly? How are you? Something else about LA that I love, and absolutely amazing. Tell us what you meant, hurt. Yeah, oh no. That hurt. But nice clothes, you can find them everywhere. I can't even believe it. Like you go, what do you call it? The people just leave them on the side of the street. Put them in trash cans. Like I'd be embarrassed to like even say too much, but oh my goodness, is it just amazing? Did I join a cult group in East Hollywood? Kelly, what's the cult group in East Hollywood? I'm not aware of it. Would you like to inform me? Since, it's a big deal. What is it? Then I become far more wise. Guys, you also have to realize all the times that you've been here with me, I haven't been doing all that good. I don't have anything to frickin' mess me up now. So I'll tell you, if anything steps in to mess me up, I tell you for a fact it was sin. From somewhere, somehow. Or just some loser that felt like interrupting me. Because I'm officially on my toes. probably I'd say for like the first time in my life, like on my toes about my own interpersonal workings of things. Shave your hair off and teach you some craziness. Nope. I'm not in a cult. I'm not. Telling the truth. Not a cult. I don't do cults. I was raised in one. I don't do cults. I was raised Catholic, so I don't do cults. You're on your toes, huh? Best believe. All day, every day now. I would not be live if I didn't have every possible avenue mapped out and know what road I would want to take if I was forced down one. Or what way to take it. Y'all are typing super fast. I'm sorry, I missed a couple comments there. Yo, but I will say is like, I understand so much more now the obsession. Like, I got some fans like this dude who like is friggin' obsessed. I'm sorry, he's obsessed. But it's kind of cool. Like, when you really think about it, it's kind of freaking cool. If you weren't a fan, you wouldn't be in the broadcast. I'm sorry to tell you. Haters don't hang out in the broadcast. They just don't. Like, what hater? If somebody hates me, are they going to give me the clout? Are they going to give me? No, they don't. If you hate somebody, you don't give them the time of day. So, yeah, you do stalk me. I know. I got plenty of stalkers. You just have to be one of them. Happen to be one of them. You're one of the only ones that has the balls to come up. I don't want to say the balls. You're just one of the only people who has like the gall to come up in the broadcast and just, you know, say something. Not bad, just in general. Like, most of them just hide behind stuff, you know. I asked something. Darn it. Missed it again. Sorry. Not in okay. Do I live alone now? Technically, but like I live somewhere where you look out for one another. Just to give you an example, like, let's say that one of my neighbors was dealing with an issue, and there was like a commotion, like a big commotion. I'd probably peek my head out, make sure that he was all right, you know. But or she, depending. But yeah, we look out for one another. Homelessness sucked. Homelessness is now over, thankfully, officially. Like for good. But it sucked. It definitely sucked. It was not fun. I hope you never have to find out. I tell you, for what a dick you are, God forbid you ever hit the street, you'd be dead inside of a week. I really hope to God you never find out. I hope you can just stay the angry, insufferable prick that you are, and stay safe and happy, and continue to just not lose the way that you do. That's my hope for you, is that you can continue to enjoy your lifestyle. I'm not, though. No, I'm not in a halfway house, thankfully. No, see, that's the tricky part. One of the hardest parts of getting off the street was where I don't have a drug addiction, never did, and I never drank. So I didn't really have like an addiction to get into it. I didn't have qualifications, I guess you'd call it, to get into a halfway house, because I've already been homeless. Well, you might end up finding your way there again with that attitude. Super Saiyan? Super what? Superhero? Super villain? Super Mario? Superintendent? Like a school? No. I don't work at a school. You want to be dumb, I'll play dumb. No mental health issues, thankfully. Clean bill of health on that topic. Officially. Yeah, that's all. And as far as the past stuff, it's kind of like it either didn't happen or I have a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, so it never happened. Like an apartment building. Yeah, no, I don't own the place. We all look out for each other for the most part. Because are you sure? I mean, the guy with the PhD was sure. Is sure. Thanks, Bree. That should be it. Yo, it is kind of nice where my California fam can actually start to see the way that, like, the rest of almost everybody has treated me online. And, like, how insensitive they've been to me since, like, far before I ever made any of the mistakes that mostly were made over the amount of pressure and attacks that I received from said same people, which is also, like, not only another lawsuit I actually do legitimately that I could have over certain social platforms, but also against certain individuals for over the years. Like, I actually do have enough evidence where I could prove at this point in my life that most of the negative decisions I've made over the past 6 years were the fault of internet stalkers. And I would win the case. So, that's enough for me. I have to admit, I am kind of glad that some of it spills over into governmental stuff, because if it didn't, I probably would have sued the living fuck out of you piece of shit losers. But the fact of the matter is, it's classified and stuff. And I love you guys. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. So even if you're one of the a-holes who's been mean to me over the years, I still love you. I do. And you'd be dead without me. So there's some people I can't say that for, but some of you I actually could. And I kind of like, I like the clout. I'm not gonna lie. I never took myself as like thuggish, and I'm not thuggish. But I guess I'm a little street. A little bit. Just a little. Just a tiny little bit. I'm trying to make a muscle, but it's not there. It's not there anymore. It's kind of there, but it's not nearly as big as it used to be. I'm trying to skin here. Just getting riled up. Oh, is it there? Is it even there? It's kind of there. It's not anywhere what it used to be. A lot of what do you call it? Macular degeneration, I think it's called. I'm gonna build it back up because I got a roof indefinitely, by the way, guaranteed by the state. Food guaranteed by the state, and if it is revoked, I just got a catfish right out the hole. What I'm telling you is I'm in a win-win. I have won. In my own lane. And the only choices I have until the day that I die is how I choose to win. Not whether or not I do. So bring it on. Because I ain't got anything else anyway. I beg you to call the bluff. Because my hands are loaded. And I got a few cards on the lap. Good luck proving it. Oh, by the way, check this out. Was it, how do you say it? Dulce? How do you say it? Is it Dolce? Thank you for all the beans, by the way. Thank you. thank you guys for getting me to a point where I could actually, because the ultimate goal is to come off all of this, obviously, But thanks to some of you, I can't get a regular job. So, bottoms up. Now finally, at the precipice of my new life, at the end of the big story of you defeating me, what you ultimately did was made sure that I have unlimited food and housing for my life. So I choose to stay on this path in this way. I'm choosing to take the independent route because that's who I am. It's not a braggy thing. It's literally personality. But thank you for making sure that I always have a backup plan by torturing me to no end for years. 5 years of torture in return for unlimited food and money for the rest of my life. It's some damn good OJ. And now I'm going to get something to eat because I'm hungry. And since I'm a different kind of broke, I don't have to worry about anybody breaking into my place or robbing me or anything. I ain't got wads of cash to flash. I got cereal. I don't think anybody's going to break into my place to steal cereal. Just saying. But what kind of cereal do you want? You got Frosted? You got some mini wheats? Or you got Chex? All day, every day. As many as I need. Cereal. I'm super cereal about it. Lots of cereal. I love you. We got 4:30 in the broadcast. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for adding me in all this stuff too. I love you. I'm normally not this way, but I'll be honest. I like meeting my fans in person, and I like performing for my haters. I really do. Like, I don't know. Haters pay more on the internet, and like when I meet you in person, there's the value. Like, I would rather the haters pay for you and me to meet. Like, money that comes from the exposure that I get from the haters pays for the meetup that you and I go to commiserate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of poetic justice, and it's very balanced. Big fan. So, I'll wrap that. Oh, and if I don't answer your comments or I miss you or something, message me, because I am back. And I may end up having another account after this. I'm not totally settled, okay? It's like a $40 phone. So, like, you gotta give me time. When I finally have, like, a real device and I'm, like, on real service and all that, then, you know, then I'll probably stick to that. And even then, I'm probably going to end up passing stuff over to, like, an assistant. Because, like, things are going to get to that point. They will. Like, I don't, like, either I'm going to die before then, or it'll happen. Like I can't really do anything else with my life anyway. So it's like when you put pressure, like water through a hose, right? Or like the water's going to flow, or the air will flow at the path of least resistance. And the path of least resistance for me, ironically, is fame and fortune. Go figure. I have essentially been cut off from everything except either being on Social Security or being famous. I swear to God, those are literally my two options. I do not have another route. I've explored and attempted every other route and have been, like the bridge has been burned. It's not even possible. And I'd be handy. My body works, and I like helping people. So I think I'm going to do the fame thing, since I'm already there with that half. Then just maybe do the other half. And just these days will fade away. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, whatever you're doing, whatever path you're taking, don't have shame in it. Do you. And however things go is how they're going to go. Just go with it. Go. Okay, our 4:30 broadcast. Thank you for being here. Can you guys please go tell everybody that I'm back? Just tell everybody, I'm back. There were a lot of people concerned for my safety, but didn't necessarily realize how many people I already have looking out for my safety. All of you, most of you, for example, all of you, for example. I think we're gonna be all right. Just don't leave me this time. That's all I ask. All shelters of expired cereal and Pop-Tarts. That's great. And it makes sense, considering, yeah. See, that's the other thing. You're being very disrespectful of my identity. I will say that, as I identify as 18. You're not going to tell me that I lost 10 years of my life. I will sooner pretend you don't exist. I really will. I identify as 18. If you don't like that, you can take it up with the state of California. I'm 18. If you have an issue with that, it's either for one of two reasons. It either doesn't compute for you mentally, or you're jealous. Don't be jealous. Get glad with glad bags. You want to be a different age? Guess what? You're in America. Change your identity. You're more than welcome to. A lot of people do. I also identify as 18 because of my mentality. I'm definitely 18. And I was definitely 12 mentally when you guys tortured me. Which also makes a lot of sense in a lot of different ways to think about it. Yeah, this stage just keeps getting better. I mean, for me, it's getting better. For anyone, it works. But realistically, I'm totally serious. I mean, look at it. Come on. Well, I'm not going to a minor age. And that one is because I am, physically developed to full maturity. So that would be a little too far for where progression is in the mentality of society at this point. Pop-Tart. I like Pop-Tarts. What's wrong with Pop-Tarts? Yo, you want to talk about somebody with a problem. You don't like a Pop-Tart. I'm concerned. No. You want to go back there, you die. I ain't dying with you. I'm good. I'm not, but what are you talking about? You don't have anybody that age here. They're all adults. What do you mean? They are though, aren't they? Welcome to my world. Oh, s'mores Pop-Tarts are amazing, aren't they? I might have some actually. Let me see. Damn. Oh. No, I took them out the box though. That's the thing. I took them out of the box, so like I don't know what's what. I don't want to open a whole bunch of Pop-Tarts right now. But I promise you, when I find s'mores Pop-Tarts, I will put a post up. Seek them out. Still in high school. Yeah, I'm not trying to like get with nobody. My identity thing is actually a personal thing. I don't want to ever date anyone ever again. Literally, I don't ever. And for me, like sexually speaking, I'm not all that attracted to like younger women. I'm really not. Water flavor one, a water flavored Pop-Tart? Fuck, come on. God damn it. Stay. Just stay. Come on. But yeah, also, if you see like a lot of different changes in my demeanor and whatnot, I kind of may or may, I mean, I'm in LA. I may or may not be kind of an actor to like a little degree, maybe just a little bit. Oh, I like to play around. I missed that. Sorry. I'm not on anything dating. If you see stuff on dating, that's somebody else. That's not me. Listen. It's in the family, but that's like no different than they have a ton of them. I'll have to see. I'll take a look. See if I see the water flavor at Myers. What state is Myers in? That's one of the few that I've never heard of. Like one of the few chains that I haven't heard of. Why am I white as fuck? Angelina says, well, I'm Scandinavian. So we are the white people before something fucking broke inside of white people. Oops. We're the white people that didn't take slaves. We're the only white people that didn't take slaves. Or the inland Scandinavians. And not the migrators. Well, some of the migrators. Are you still... I didn't though. Stop. I did. Fuck you. I can't believe you bring that up. Love you too. Nah, I don't give a shit. I really don't. For how bad black people have been to me, I don't fucking care. I'm not even kidding you. They have treated me so awful. Like, I'm sorry that the ancestors of people that look like me fucked you up. You taking it on me makes me hate you. Just letting you know. Not even a racist. Just can't fucking stand most black people because my entire bloodline, and I have proof of this, has had nothing to do with slavery to this day. To the point of human history that could be tracked for us, like thousands of years. And then the thousands of years before that, history says that we were in the exact same place, doing the exact same thing for thousands of years. So fuck you.
I have no regrets, considering how many times I have been called a wigger and have been like attacked for being white and racially profiled. Like, I can't even count how many times African American terrorists have come at me for being white. So I don't care. I got lines in the sand on this stuff. And with that one, I pretty much don't fuck with black people. I really don't. Like, you really got to be a particular person with a certain set of discipline. Because when you're bad enough to somebody, eventually they begin to build up a mental bias. And like, I've fought really hard to fight that mental bias. But like, when you got all this propagandization pushing them to hate white people, it makes it that much harder to kind of try to explain to them that you had nothing to do with it, like generationally or not. And then they're just like, they go to a point where they're just like, I don't care, I just don't like white people. I'm like, that you don't like white people. I don't like you because you don't like a particular type of person, period, and you leave it at on a level of your own personal hatred that doesn't even have to do with things that were done to you. Like, I personally, if I'm gonna build a bias, I'm at least gonna let it be based on how I've been treated personally. The only people I dislike more than black people are pretend white people. Okay? Or more. Yeah. Did I say that right? But yes, I do actually dislike most white people more than I dislike black people. And I only ever started disliking black people since I got to LA. The irony. I got to LA and they treat me like shit. Or they try to rape me. I'm not exaggerating. So, fuck no. Not happening. Just not happening. Like, can't even pretend, because you get to a certain point where you're like trying to be good to them, trying to be cool with them, and then like literally, I mean, within a decision or two, they see like a small sign of vulnerability and they consider it some type of weakness, and they immediately go into attack mode. At least for me, with me, every time. So I, for the most part, don't even acknowledge. Which I know makes me a dick. But I'm a dick who has lived because I've chosen to become a dick. Because my other option is to put them in their place. And that's not even a racially motivated comment. That is me saying that you would be surprised the exacerbatory amount of personal disrespect I've received from African Americans since arriving in California. That I do not receive and have not received anywhere else in the country. That is like the only complaint I have about California is the behavior of African Americans in California. And now I understand why BLM is on a national terrorist watch list. Like, BLM is considered a terrorist organization in America. I understand why. Moving on. I'm glad I got that off my chest. I really needed to vent that. So, like, being loved is not something that I need. And I like flexing my freedom of speech. Because the Constitution is still a thing. In case some people forgot. I'm a really big fan of how we do things here in California. It's just important to remember that our ability to do things the way we do them in California is because of the Constitution. Essentially, like 80% of the reason we're able to do what we do here is because of the U.S. Constitution. So for those that get spoiled, I just wait for them to get warrants in other states and then take over whatever they lose when they leave. Because they get cocky, you know? Me personally, I don't. I'm very aware of how quickly things can go to zero. But thankfully, it is not possible for things to go any lower than where they are with me other than death, which I do not fear. I technically have less now than I did when I was incarcerated. So,
How do you beat somebody that has been all the way to the bottom, all the way to the top, all the way to the left, all the way to the right, 8 different ways to Sunday, and still doesn't give a fuck? You don't. You give up and you do what smart people do. If you can't beat them, you join them. And thankfully for you, since I'm a one-man party, I won't let you join me. I, instead, will join you. Cheers. Rant over. I feel better now. Thanks for listening. And I seriously do not give a fuck what happens with any of this at this point. I can't. You know? People already think like the absolute worst of me. Like when I tell you that if somehow what I'm saying here like went viral and this and that, it would actually be a step down from what people think about me right now anyway. So I don't care. Like, people literally right now think I'm like the fucking devil. So I don't care if it gets out that I'm a dick. It would make me look good, ironically, comparative to what people think of me now anyway. But thank you to those of you that love me anyway. Do you remember being homeless? Because you're gonna. I'm worse than Doja Cat. You have no idea. I'm bad. I really am now. I'm fucking... If evil existed, I would probably be the epitome of it. Pop-Tarts, they're so good! Aren't they amazing? See, whether or not what you're saying is believable doesn't really matter, because you can't prove it either way. That's something else I learned about the law and all that. I was always worried, people are making up stories, this and that. People can make up whatever they want. When you can't prove it, it doesn't fucking matter. Popcorn. Exactly. Steve, you're just jealous of my dashing good looks, okay? And my endless charm. And my giant dick. Pop-Tart equals Myers, Michigan. Welcome from Michigan. Welcome from Myers, Michigan. Guys, I don't speak code. I was not in the CIA. I mean, I know people are like, well, that's exactly what a former CIA agent would say. Not really. I mean, there's a dude who's like on TV or something who was in the CIA, wasn't he? Well, like, people don't believe me. I'm like, I wasn't. Like, what do you want me to say? They're like, what about all that? I'm like, I was bored. I love my country. Suck my dick. It's not a crime. Vigilantism is a crime. What I did was not a crime. I didn't cross the boundaries of vigilantism. It's like, if a building is burning and you stop it from burning, I mean, you could be like sued civilly, but like, do you want to be the guy that sends the guy to jail for trespassing for stopping a fire? You know, like, do you want to be that guy? Because I don't think you want to be that guy. I'm saying. Da-dum-dum-dum. Shh. Tee-hee. Julie, you're right. And people eat it right up. They love these videos. People love my videos. Even you. You're sitting here watching. Because you did not cross the border like those Mexicans. Not yet. I'm considering it. Let's see how California continues to treat me. Let's see how things continue to go. California treats me good, I'll build my empire right here. They don't? I'm crossing the fucking border. God's honest truth. I really will. I will go into a foreign land that I know nothing about, probably live, and make a fortune. And I will not be giving a single dollar to the U.S. government. I will if it works out here. But if I have to go to another country because people are being that much of scumbags here, don't expect a paycheck. And don't expect a consolation prize. Because I already paid my dues. I'm a free man. Legitimately a free man. You want more, you can pay me to pay you. Because that's where I'm at. And I'm not turning back. Just because somebody went out for themselves. Let's hope they take you out crossing the border. Yeah, well, I pray that you get laid. And I'm assuming, appropriately, that you are of age because this app requires you to be of age. And thus, my comments are terms of service appropriate. I'm here being positive. I don't know if you work or if you don't work. But what I could say is that anybody, whether you're working or not, who has the time to come on a broadcast and be talking like that, man, I bet there's somebody out there that deserves your job more than you do. Leave it that way. You don't have anything to be sorry for. You're the boss. Guys, listen, I don't really have nearly as much of an ego as some people think I do. I really don't. I'm not a very egotistical person. I own a business. Listen, if I even found out what your business was, I'd get it taken from you overnight. And that's the God's honest truth. Coming to my broadcast, talk to me that way. You're lucky you still have a business. You might not even have one but in the next week. You're on here. I guarantee your IP address is not masked. And you're spending your time insulting me like this. Not a very smart idea. Like I said, I'm not very reactionary. But if you haven't seen some of my fans, they're not very happy with people when they come at me like that. And they tend to retaliate when I tell them not to. Man, that Starbucks did get shut down. That's right. You can best believe. Goes and do something, step. I don't have to. That's the beautiful part of it. I've gotten to the point where I don't have to do a damn thing. Just do something to me. I don't listen. I don't want to fuck you. So stop sexually harassing me. Thank you. Natural habitat. That's right, Tyreek. Tyreek, that's what happens when you tend to the jungle. The animals come. ID, I like your take on that. I like that creative spin. In Anaheim, well, I'll tell you what. I'm sorry that you're not getting laid. You know, it's not my fault though. It's not my problem. I'm realizing right now that you're in Anaheim on a Saturday night. Anaheim, nonetheless. On a Saturday night, sitting here making fun of me. With your friends. What a bunch of fucking losers. That is such a turnoff. It's not even funny. Steve, you gotta stop poking at me, dude. Because you are no longer a necessity. That's the dude that was in line at the Salvation Army. Who wouldn't stop coming out. Like people, they're indispensable and then they find out they're not. Me personally, I'm not indispensable. The difference between you and me is that I know it. I accept my mortality.
Thanks, ID. No, here's what you're really mad about. Is that you know that I am a fucking good-looking dude, and I could make you come all night long, and you couldn't even come near me if you wanted to. You know for a fact that I would turn you down in a second if you tried coming near me. And that's what you're pissed about, is knowing that you can't have it. Even though you probably got the looks, you got the business, you got the friends, you got the car. But even if you wanted me, you couldn't have me. You really couldn't. Even when I get to the point where I'm making good money, I would never come near someone with that attitude. I don't care if they're on the same level as me financially or whatever. You know, I can tell you, there's chicks in this place, you know, who freaking, they wanna. Doesn't even turn me on, because it's just, I don't do that toxicity. Like, I'll play around, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll really play around. Like, you might not even know that I'm joking. But I'm not actually a loser like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about that life. Not at all. And I don't let it kill my mood anymore either. You know? I really don't. Oh, I don't know what's going on with the comments, but all I know is meth is a hell of a drug. I can't say from personal experience of usage, but from visuals, and I got a lot of comments coming in that look like you guys are having a little too much fun on that end. Or what some call fun, I should say. So do not take it. I don't do drugs. God, no. What I look like. Oh, God, I don't even think about that. Thank you. That's effective. I got to use that next time I see somebody around here. Nice. The Brittany comment's actually pretty funny. Honey, tread lightly. God's honest truth, you don't know who you're talking to. Things have actually changed quite a bit in the last few years. Y'all gotta chill out. Like, y'all actually gotta for real chill out. Go crazy into your skin. Oh, God. No, thank you. No, that's, you don't, listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you, is you don't get a chance to get scared. And they don't ever see it coming. Ever. Never use drugs, I agree. Kelly, thanks for the beans. Yeah, they're all doing, what is it? K2? Or, what's the other one? Fentanyl. I do not understand people. Thank you. And I'm sorry that if I'm not noticing. I'm, like I said, I get caught up in myself sometimes too, admittedly. You know, I go into myself as a way to, like, therapeutically ignore negativity. So I'm sorry for missing you. Thank you for all the beans. I appreciate it. You look like Walter White. You are not the first person to say that. Thank you. I take it as a compliment. Character perspective, not necessarily background or choices of that fashion, but a man who made an attempt to redeem his family.
Except, hopefully I'm not dying. I've not gotten those tests taken yet, but probably not. If I am, that sucks. But it's fine. I will definitely be masturbating far more. If I find out I'm dying, you best believe I will always be empty. That's the thing, though. I don't experience mania. I really don't. I'm a pretty level-headed dude, thankfully. I mean, pay attention to how well I actually handle some pretty serious and aggressive comments that come through this section. It's actually really good proof of my stability. She goes, Roger that. You playing me like that. Rico, did you know that if you're in a lucid dream, your body knows you're in a lucid dream, and if you tell the people in your dream, they will have mad, angry outbursts? Oh, wow. Taco Taco. Thank you. Oh, for now, because I've been letting them live. I've been giving the dude frickin' life coins for God knows how long. No more, though. It's my turn. I don't feel bad anymore. Enjoy what you got left. Life coins. That's what I call them, life coins, like fucking, when you just reckon, when you know someone's gonna die, and you just try to make sure they don't die. Life coins. You give them life coins. They're like, you don't know when people do. Bruh, your unwokeness is not my problem. Alright? You not paying attention to how shit works doesn't make it my issue. I'll come back later. I need the holy Pop-Tart of the S'mores Nation. Yes! Tyreek, I like you. You're good. You're a good dude. Alright. I'll see you soon. Hey, don't forget to get me on like Instagram or Snap, or I don't have Snapchat, but Instagram, TikTok, somewheres. Find me. So it's not just when live. I'll post stuff. I'll see what you're posting. I need friends. I'm lonely. Don't judge me. And don't be dumb enough to try to take me to court. I'm so serious. You guys have no idea. Like, this place does not need a frickin' Midwest 2.0. That shit was fucked up. I didn't have a choice. I wasn't going to just let people walk all over me. But they're always like, oh, this is fun, this is funny. And they're like, oh, that's not a bear. It would have been dumb to poke a bear to begin with. But you're geniuses, I'm sorry. Allow me to bow. Okay, we're still cool. I might not be able to live stream nonstop though. Like I said, in the future, I'll probably my live streams will be quite a bit shorter, more than likely. But I'm here with you for now. Trolls. You don't take me to court. Try it. I fucking dare you to try it. I actually do. I'm not even kidding. Try me. Go ahead. I will let you win just so you can see the rain that will the hell that will rain down in your life as I sit in a cell and get free meals. Like, literally, that was the most wonderful satisfaction when I was in there. Was just like knowing all the shit that was falling apart on the outside from all the people that fucked with me that I protected for God knows why. Why? I don't know. You're right, Julie. They wouldn't get anything, even if I had anything. You're absolutely right. At least you're smart enough to recognize that. Am I bald everywhere? I am when I'm prepared. Why do you ask? Do I remember fighting a bear? Maybe. Why do you ask? That was apparently a big deal to some people. But we're not going down that road. Excuse me. Oh, they do with a burning passion. They hate me with a burning passion. I don't blame them. Most people that aren't going anywhere with their lives hate me. It's a common trend. Because or else I won't be your friend. Nice one. Julie, you know what? You could be the scumbag that does what you're doing. That's fine. But at least then I don't have to take. I'm not to blame. I'm fine with that. Yeah, don't pretend like you're being a good person by not saying anything about it. Just keep pretending to be a bitch. Fine in my book. I don't know, but I'll tell you, he was my first paparazzi. My first paparazzi ever. Not exactly the most comfortable situation, but circa 2016 was not a bad day. I obviously did not. You got to fill in the blank for the date of the aforementioned situation. Since most people literally don't get my dry humor to the point where they think that I don't know how to speak English. Like, literally, people think that I'm, like, handicapped on that level. And I'm like, no, it's just like, I know you're smart enough to fill in the blanks. And I don't want to sit here and be like, dictionary is Bible? No, I have shit to do. Like, it's still only, like, I'm progressive, but it is also still only 2023. Like, I don't... Alright? We aren't the Klingons. Like, I'm good. No offense, but I don't have time to waste on making sure I get every word out of my mouth accurate to your language. I speak my own. It's called English. Anyway. Getting chased by a 3-wheeled truck. A lot of very interesting things happen over the years. Refresh my memory, please. Three-wheel truck is in a trike, or is it a truck that was missing a wheel? Because the truck missing a wheel sounds familiar. The mountain goat? I didn't get chased by a mountain goat. Did I get chased by a mountain goat? I might have got chased by a mountain goat. I remember eating a mountain goat. I remember that. It's fucking delicious. Cajun. It's amazing. They might not be. Listen, you can't prove if they are or they aren't. Well, they're talking like a minor. Yeah, so do pedophiles. Like, you don't know if it's a kid or not. There's no way to know if it's a kid or not. So, like, just don't even fucking think too much into it. There's so much to be jealous of. There is, though. I'm not gonna lie. At least, like, a former, like, no. I would be jealous of me, definitely. If I was the type of person that got jealous of people, I would be jealous of me. I got food. I got shelter. Just on those two things alone, I figure it's like, plenty to be jealous of. If you don't have it. And if you don't have it, I hope you find it. Get it. Me, I got what resources I could, asked around, never gave up. Took me about a month, but a month, 30 days compared to like living out on the streets. Let me put it this way. Most people that live on the streets want to. And when I say want to, I don't mean consciously want to. I mean like they don't put in enough effort to get off the street. It did take a strenuous amount of effort for me to gain access to food and shelter. It did. Not gonna lie to you. Telling you the truth. It did. Even for California. But like, here I am now. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of amazing. Or anything that had to do with you. Then don't come near me. Listen, there's a whole lot of other people that like are in that sphere type of thing where like you could just stop associating with me. Like there's your answer. Like if there's people in my atmosphere that are affecting my vibe, I don't try to fucking like eradicate them from my atmosphere. Like, do you realize how psychotic that is? Like, it's one thing if someone's like threatening your, like actively threatening your vibe, not like their existence threatens your vibe. Like, if somebody's not where or how there's like things aren't the way they're supposed to be, I'm not a cop, I'm not judge, jury, and executioner. It's not my fucking job. So like, I'm not going out of my way to fuck somebody up, even if they're in my way. Like, I'm either going around them, I'm slowing down and waiting for law enforcement to get them, whatever it might be. Like, it's, like one of the best things about what we have in this country is called civility. And civility is not pretentiousness. It's not about being better than somebody else. It's about the luxury, the absolute fucking luxury of not needing to fight over shit. Like, oh, somebody's in my way, somebody's in my lane. Well, frickin', I got food and shelter, and I'm not paying for it. So, like, I'm gonna shut the fuck up, say thank you, and figure out how to take care of the next thing. There's always something else I could be working on, even if it's not like the first thing, quote unquote, that I'm trying to work on at that moment. You do not have police. Fucking bet. Police connections. Happy? No, my shirt wasn't torn in a tussle. My head wasn't big enough to fit. I don't have a lot of clothes right now, so like people leave those out sometimes. So I grabbed this. It's Dolce & Gabbana, or whatever it's called. It's fancy. It's nice and comfy. But I literally have like 2 shirts, so I'm gonna throw this one on. I'm not embarrassed. Like, it blows my mind how, oh my God, people are so stupid. Like, if you had any idea the riches that are waiting for the people that are humble, compared to all these snobbish, dumbass people who think they have money right now. Like, they think they have shit. They're so, like, literally for the next 20, 30 years, they're so fucked. They're going to lose everything to most of the people that are coming off the street right now. Not kidding you. They're so, like, the goose is cooked. The older generation is passing away, the next generation is retiring, and the generation that's going into positions of authority are like their training programs aren't even appropriate to the position that they're in, and they're being replaced by robots. So like, you're not going to get the same privileges of, I know this person, I know that person. Like, jobs and whatnot are actually going to start to be far more based on your legitimate skill set and not just your ability to like convince someone to let you do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, charm is finally fading away, and actual skill set is becoming the deciding factor of whether or not you get a job. So a lot of these people, and or start a business, anything, like, you know, you're just not going to be successful anymore if you're not a good person and you have skill. Like, you're going to need both, or you're just going to end up fading out of that part of society, and people are going to take what was yours, most of which you probably, you know, are borrowing from someone else anyway, for whatever, you know, attempt at like a self-actuating purpose. But for me, it's like, there's also like that crux where, like, I personally protect the middle class. Some people don't like that. You know, they're like, what's your problem? But for me, like, I have had personal experiences with the middle class, and I have to say, of all the different lifestyles that I've seen, it's kind of like, in my eyes, like I said, it's a little bit of a bias, but it's kind of special. Like, there's not a lot of places in the world where, like, most of the world, the middle class doesn't even exist. It's not even a thing. So, like, what we have here is kind of special, in my opinion. So, like, at the cost of a lot of friendships, I protect it. You know, where I'd be considered middle class, but then I'll that and just keep going and not really like try to settle into the lifestyle. But I'm figuring, like, even when I'm rich, I'm not going to be addicted to the middle class, because like, I understand, like, I really understand that desire to have like to have the kind of life that they live. As far as being poor, I don't fucking understand. I'm sorry, I don't. Why do people want to be poor? There are people that want to be poor. I don't understand. As far as being wealthy or rich or having money, it's not about money for me. It's about influence. It really is definitely about influence. I already have as much influence as I'm ever going to need till the day that I die. But like, I want to put my name to that. You know, like, I want to be in the mix of it. I don't want to just be calling the shots. I don't want to just be telling people what to do. I don't just want to be, you know, like, I want to be in the mix of things and actually make a difference with my own two hands, you know, because you know, what's the point of making it if you're not a part of it? So, like, all the different stuff that I've done in the outskirts, I want to step in and be a part of society. And that was the biggest compliment I got recently. Someone said to me, he goes, you know, like, I'm trying to work my way and hustle through this system, but for you, it's like, it's so easy, like, you're just a part of it. And that was like the biggest compliment I ever got, you know. He's like saying, like, you know, I fit in, and that was really nice. So, anyway, and then see, like, then you got people that are freaking guys. I must have made a decade worth of like a decade worth of content in like a year and a half or 2 years. Because, like, I got people talking about stuff that, like, I must have brought it up in a video 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you know? And, like, there's no dating on anything or whatever, you know? And so, like, I got people coming live with me and talking, like, it's so trippy. They'll be trying to talk, like, they'll come to talk to me about something that I talked about, like, 5.5 years ago. And they're talking to me like I just said it yesterday, you know? And it's just so wild to me, like, how that content becomes timeless, you know? That it's, like, not, like, in people's mind, it's brand new to them. And it's something that feels like it was eons ago for me. It feels like it was, like, 10, 20, 30 years ago for me. And I know I'm not even alive that long, so I can't say. But, like, you know, it feels like 10, 15 years ago. And It's still 5 some years ago, but they're talking to me like it happened yesterday. So wild, man. It's definitely been a wild ride. You're charged constantly. Yeah, I'm always freaking energetic. Constantly energetic. Hey, Take. Yeah, thank you. I'm doing okay. No, I just shaved my head. I didn't really want hair. Yeah, they're like, and you wouldn't believe, guys, like, you reach a certain level, and then like you'll still, like, you'll remember your A1 day ones. Both fans, Kelly, thank you for all the beans. Your A1 day ones, both fans and haters, because they're there from the beginning, and you just don't forget them. I mean, I guess a lot of people do, but me, I like to say that I'm different. Because even to this point, like where things have gotten to, not financially, because you guys know none of that's I've never given a fuck about any of that, or I wouldn't be sitting here, like in the position that I'm in financially. But sometimes I forget how far I actually made it with you guys. Yeah, I really do forget. And then I come on here, and all it takes is one broadcast for me to remember, like, holy fuck, I made it. I just forgot because I'm poor. Like, I'm still fucking, on this riding the fucking struggle bus. But I'll tell you what, man, this is fucking, I mean, to me, I finally made it. Like, I don't care if this is just trailer park rich or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. But holy mother of God, is this amazing. I could not ask for anything better. I really couldn't. Look, I don't think I could take care of myself this good. It's amazing. I could. Way better. But I would say for what it is, this is about as good as it could get. I could not imagine this getting any better. But it does. It keeps getting better. It really does. That was my first time shaving my eyebrows. Yeah. Go show us around. No, just for privacy reasons, for like the facility and all that. I don't want to, like I said, it's a lot of the houses are the same and whatnot, and I don't want to be giving away the layout of my place. Not that you can't find that on your own, but I'm not going to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? I remember you crashed your Volvo. I've been watching for a long time. Finley, believe it or not, I do remember you, Mr. A1 Day 1, like, forevers ago. Thank you for still being here. I cannot even believe you fucking found me, actually. I'm impressed. That dude right there has been watching me since 2015? 16. 2016? Yeah, I think it was 2016. Found where you're staying. That's fine. I don't care. Try coming through that door. That security guard will eat you alive. Any one of them. They'll freaking, let alone law enforcement, they'll backtrace that phone call in a second. Freaking, they're watching this place all the time. And if you notice the way the place is set up, they're protecting us. They're not protecting you from us. They're protecting us from you. So go ahead and try whatever you want to try and be ready for law enforcement on your end. I'm here minding my own business. It's the police. Listen. My haters, what do? Called the Los Angeles Police Department months ago and prepared everybody. And then by the time I got here, it wasn't even a thing. Like, Hollywood especially, I love the fucking police. I actually do. I'm not kidding. Excuse me. I ate a lot today, so I apologize. Excuse me for being vulgar, disgusting. But yeah, they're actually pretty cool. You might not like the cops. I get it. Not the biggest fan of law enforcement, but I have to say that the cops around here are pretty fucking amazing. Really respectful. legitimately acknowledge your existence in a respectful fashion. Not super nosy. Like, I would compare the cops that I met here to cops from, like, the 90s. I mean, I wasn't alive past the 90s, so I can't say, or before the 90s. But, like, old school cops. Like, you know, like, they're actually doing their job and just doing their job and not overdoing it, underdoing it. Like, they're just minding their own fucking business and arresting legitimate criminals, not harassing random people. It amazes me how much people in the media shit on the cops around here, because from what I have at least seen personally with my own 2 eyes, is the cops being awesome. You guys know how I am. I'm super straightforward. I don't sell it. I'm not, oh, don't send me to jail. I'm gonna be nice to you so you don't arrest me. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I'm being real. They've actually been super cool. And not just nice to me or nice to the white boy. I've seen how they treat people in the area, and they've been very cool. So, that's that. That's my take. Those California cops are super lazy. Here's the thing. I would say that they're not. I would say that they are understaffed. Ferociously understaffed. I've seen lazy cops. These guys are not lazy in the slightest. They're not like, you know, super cops, thankfully. Kind of a good thing if you ask me. But they're also, I would not say they're lazy. I really wouldn't. 1 or 2 maybe that I've seen, but like, for the most part, they kind of just do what they're supposed to do. And it always cracks me up when people are dumb enough to be like, to fuck with the cops or to piss off the cops or like try to say they want the cops to do something different. And then they go and do it different, and the lives of the people that are saying they want change get worse. Like, you're welcome. You did it to yourself. Like, stop looking for drama, because that's how you get it. Like, be thankful. Leave things alone. Don't give a fuck if somebody calls you a goody two-shoes. If there's a fight, walk away from it as much as possible. I'm telling you, like, these are words of wisdom from some of the smartest, most intelligent and successful people I've ever met in my entire life. Both people who have been cocky and pretentious and people who are humble. Like, just advice that across the board works. Don't pick a fight. Not only walk away from a fight, but like, unless you're just playing around with somebody, don't even engage. You know, so for me, like, you see me playing around with the haters in the comments, because for me, I'm playing around. You know, like, realistically, let's say somebody like that showed up or this or that. I'd let them either talk themselves in circles until they went to prison or institution, or I'd fucking, you know, go toe to toe with them and joke and play around, and then, you know, politely walk them off the property or something. Say, oh no, this one's mine. I'm sorry, it's one of my fans. And they go, I'm not a fan. I hate him. Just walk them off the property. It's one of my fans. I'm sorry. And then, you know, just freaking give them their bottles, send them home. But I don't do the drama. And when I do the drama, it's to diffuse the drama. Did I fight in Florida? Not that I remember. I don't think I fought in Florida. Why? What's the word on fight in Florida? Why would I have fans in the house? I have air conditioners. Yeah, I know. Do you realize the bulletin thing? You realize how much they're fucking themselves off? Like, do you realize, like, that's straight up thug criminal shit coming from law enforcement? That's exactly my point when I say how awesome the California cops are. And, like, these motherfuckers where I'm from are dumb as shit. I love them to death. I really do. All right, these are like these people are family for me. All right, I love them. I really do. But they don't like no fucking respect for even no respect for their own fucking government. Like that's what pisses me off. Is like there's a line to be drawn, because like you're getting paid by the fucking taxpayers. So don't turn around and be a goddamn scumbag and be doing that shit. Like putting a warrant out or some shit. Like knowing the entirety of the situation, the sensitivity of it, and how high up it goes. Like fuck off. Grow up and fuck off. Like there's something seriously wrong with you. You know, like I'm allowed to fuck with my situation. I have the jurisdiction. I'm allowed to. Literally. They are not. And they're like, we can do what we want. We're the cops. You're not. No, you are the reason. People like that are the reason that some people think the police force is a criminal organization. Like thugs like that give a horrible name to law enforcement. Absolutely horrible. And I'm embarrassed to say that they're from where I'm from. Extremely embarrassed. God's honest truth. Fucking pathetic is what that is. Seriously. Kelly goes, do you like blondes? Kelly, I'm in LA now. Oh, sweet. I mean, yeah, I'll tell you, Kelly, I'll tell you the truth. I bet you're beautiful. And I'm very thankful for how respectful you're being with me. I'll tell you, I'm on a hiatus from most people. I just fucking, I don't want to say that I'm really going through it right now, but like, I had told somebody I was going to be with them for my whole life, okay? You know? And I'm finally coming to terms with this being my new life. And I'm heartbroken, truthfully. You know? And I take care of me, I do myself. But for the most part, I'm more like catfish when it comes to the ladies, you know, like unless you're aggressive and really trying to fuck, then I'm not even trying. I need friends right now more than anything. I really do. Like that emotional support. Like I actually need it. So I can't really. I have fuck. I could, you know, but I gotta get in that mode. Pretty hard to get in that mode for me. Unless I'm like really. Because like you gotta realize my brain was in make love to the same person for the rest of my life mode. My entire life up until now. Like, I have only been in fuck mode for, like, months. And every woman that I fucked has gone to prison after I fucked them. Literally the next day. Because, like, you know, I told you guys, this is my fucking thing now. I'm doing my thing. I'm good at what I do. And there's some certain people that don't want me distracted. So, they don't even want me fucking, like, for real. Like, if I really say, then it's fine, but, like, if I get disrespected, I'm gonna fuck. You know, go enjoy your ramen, motherfucker. Did it to yourself. But I got a lot of patience, but I got a short fuse on whether or not I let something be done about it when someone disrespects me, you know? So, like, nowadays, someone disrespects me, I don't give a fuck. I have empathy for them. I have sympathy for their situation, but I cannot afford the disrespect. I can't afford for people to hear, you know, that I allowed for someone to treat me that way. Especially after how much I've allowed from people over the years. You know, like I said, I put my foot down, and now people really fucking test that theory. And I don't have any choice but to actually put my foot down every time to make sure that people know that I'm serious, especially considering I sit here and I just fart right into the, breath of the air. I'm a pretty hard guy to take seriously to begin with, between sounding and looking 12 years old, farting nonstop, and not having a job. Probably pretty hard to take me seriously. So I gotta be strict. Hope you're not in a sleeping bag. I'm not. Thank you. I'm not. Listen to me like defending myself. I'm not. Like I'm getting caught. Thank you. No, I'm not. I have to say, though, for the first couple of days of being in the apartment, I was taking naps outside. I actually was. Just because I was like getting used to having a roof over my head, But that should be your pickup line. Fuck me and go to prison the next day. Yo, but for real, KK, it's like, both chicks knew too. Did I fuck? How many chicks have I fucked? I think it was 2. Was it 3? Did I get a blowjob? I don't remember. There might have been more. I don't think there's really any more. But the ones that I remember, 2. Just 2. Oh, I almost got a blowjob on a bus. Wish I really did, though. That would have been awesome. But she was shy. She was nervous. Because, like, somebody sat down. But before they sat down, she was ready. And she got me excited. I was excited. I was like, yeah, this is going to be cool. But, yeah, not a first chick. She'd been trying to fuck for a couple of days. And I was like, all right. And then the next day, I'm passing by. Cruiser's picking her up. Like, fuck. And the other piece of it is, like, some of these local yokels, like, they want info on me. They're like trying to gather witnesses and, like, fucking, like, they have no idea the fucking level that I'm on at this point. And they all think they're like delusions of grandeur. They don't have a fucking idea. Because most people on that level don't talk about it. Why am I talking about it? That actually fucking got me shit because I worked my ass off. There's a lot of people that kind of work their ass off, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I actually got here on grit. Like, I'm not in a bloodline. I'm not special. I'm not important. I'm not at all. And I'm fucking sitting here right now. Guys, like how far we've made it in this fashion. It's pretty far. We got a steady 434 in the broadcast for the past couple hours, or the past hour or two, I should say, or hour maybe. I don't know how long it's been. It's been like an hour. Then it's my first broadcast since whatever. Like, it doesn't just die off, and we've gotten really far pretty quick. And that reach goes a lot further. People often forget that rule, that if you ever heard of it, 6 degrees of separation. It's very real. I have a lot of people that are still looking for me, trying to figure out where I'm at. But I've deemed it safe enough where I'm at to start actually putting myself out there on here. So that's what I'll do, And obviously the point will come where things will be shifted a little bit, but the fact of the matter is there's pieces of what they have going on here that need to be worked out. That's none of my business. So me just doing my own thing kind of just like, it's going to push things into the works anyway. So that's usually a part of that symbiosis. Because bro, this is called not giving a fuck. Have you ever noticed how I just randomly would just get like that fucking viewership? I know, I'm telling you. One thing that works better than playing dumb or acting dumb is being dumb. I'm telling you, it's like, if I don't want to shut down my broadcast and I want to hang out with you guys and keep working, per se, I just like let my brain relax. Because like when you're doing good enough, you don't necessarily have to follow any rules. Seriously. How do they say it? Either be good or be good at it. Well, when I'm tired and I can no longer be good, I just be good at it. I've never seen a Clockwork Orange. Girls were homeless, did they say? No, they weren't homeless. And no, thankfully, neither one of them stunk. I said, no, I didn't. Black chick? I did not know. The only black chick I've ever been with, that was a couple of years ago. And we didn't even have sex. She just kind of like played my cock for a little while and then gave up. Like, when I finally got hard, she saw how big it was, and she was like, like, all right. I mean, I don't even think it's that big. I really don't. And some women tell me, oh, you're huge. Other women are like, oh, it's not that big. So I don't know. Like, I've literally had women be like, oh my God, it's so small. And then literally I've had other women be like, whoa, that's huge. So I don't fucking know. I don't have a damn clue. Blessed, absolutely. Okay, let me catch up here. People have been waiting for you. Thank you. I appreciate that. By the way, you're really good at guitar. Just saying. I'm going to slide that in there. Because you're the dumbest. The reason he's saying I'm the dumbest human on earth is because of like the level of anonymity that I've gained in a very short period of time. He like this, that I'm like giving all of it up very quickly. He's like, you're stupid. But like, you're totally making that shit up. I've been broadcasting for like, I've been live streaming for like a decade. You're making that up. KK, that's funny. Nice. I mean, you know what? You might as well be right. Victoria, thanks for the beans. Says you said she was dirty and gross and stunk. Here, okay, I did say that and I lied. And the reason I said that was because she got arrested the next day. I did not. I wanted to say whatever had to be said to help to ensure that she was not at risk of rape. That is why I said that. She did not stink in the slightest. But at the time, I was nervous for her, so I said she stunk down there. Wait, so it's not a massive cock? I don't think so. I don't think it is. I mean, it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie to you, mine is actually quite different in a good way. But it's not like ridiculous size wise. Live right here. You know what? You know what I'll tell you. The next time you need somebody to lie for you, don't call me. Well, I'm never gonna need. Okay. Okay. Not a problem. Since you're all high and righteous, life end at the precipice of whether or not you tell the truth. I'll sooner die than lie. Enjoy death, dumb fuck. I tell the truth as much as humanly possible, and that is the truth. But I'm not going to be a pretentious, full of myself asshole to sit here and say I never lie. What kind of piece of shit says that? I never lie. Oh, that's a lie. You were with a dude and thought it was awesome? Okay, so here's the deal. She had a transformation. She had she female part. She had so it was very, and she was a knockout. She was so good looking. And I found out afterwards that she was born a man, which I'm glad I didn't know prior. Hey, don't you be talking about them deep fakes. I ain't about that life. It's not the size of the joystick that matters, it's the skill of the player. Thank you. Well, I will, with confidence, admit I am a 10 out of 10 skilled. I really am. But also, I'd like to think that it's okay size. But for me, I've never, like I said, when it comes to sex, my mind has always gone to connection. It really has. You know, like even if it's just on a physical level, I mean, it's a connection thing. Seriously, when it comes to women, if I'm not into a woman, I don't just get hard because I have a dick. I don't. Like, if I'm not into somebody, like, I don't get hard. End of story. If I'm not into it, I'm not into it. You know? Then sometimes I'm not into it. I probably would have had sex with 20 plus women by the time I got here if I had sex with every woman that I encountered. There was one woman that I wish that I did. I chose not to for brotherhood because there was a dude that needed me that night. Friendship wise, he was in a rough emotional place. But he ended up being an asshole, so I kind of wish I just fucked her. She needed a good fuck too. And her former husband, they separated and all that. He was a really good looking dude. So I'm like, man, you know, either she just wants to rebound that bad, or am I that good looking? Yeah, I was like, I think it was just a rebound thing, but I tried to take it as a compliment. I don't know who Monica is. I don't know who Churchy is. I'm kidding. I don't really know. I don't know Churchy, but I've heard of Churchy. Oh, so what's the deal with X now, or Twitter, or whatever? Like, is it dead? Is it done? Or do you guys still, like, exist in the precipices of the Twitterverse? Because, like, I'm not involved in anything anymore. Like, I don't know. I hate to say that I've gone mainstream, but guilty as charged. I don't know anything about, like, what's going on in the little crevices no more. See, Steve, that's the thing. I don't let anybody know about what I do when I do good. That's why they called me what they call me. Ain't nobody know when I do good, motherfucker. If I want you to know something good I do, I'm gonna say it to your face. Or I'll do something for you. Or somebody you know. But if I don't want you to know something, you're not gonna know it. Ask the fucking feds, man. You can ask the goddamn CIA. Ask Interpol. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. If I don't want you to know something, you're not going to know it. If I want you to know something, you're going to know. If I don't care if you know something, you're going to know it because there's cameras everywhere nowadays. But for the most part, I just, it's the way I was raised. You know, I was like, you don't let people know about your accomplishments. You don't brag about the good things you do. You let people talk about good things for you. Or, like me personally, one of the biggest reasons people don't really talk about the good stuff that I do is because I ask them not to. You know, I don't want people talking about what I do for the better. Because the other big thing is people find out what you do and then they expect you to do it for them, or they ask you to, whether you have time and energy or not. Oh, there's plenty of people that think I'm gay. That's fine. I'm so used to that. People since I was a kid thought I was gay. X isn't mainstream. Yeah, it's really not. It's really not. Yeah, definitely. Go get some sleep. Good night. Thanks for stopping in. Define precipice. Define dictionary. Because stop saying precipice. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want. I have a goddamn amazing vocabulary. Am I getting shade saying that a trans woman wouldn't sleep? But I'm getting trans shade right now. I have entered the new world. I like it here. Thank you. Alright. Trans girl is not. Dude, that's awesome. Very open-minded of you. I'm very, very happy right now, actually. I don't even care if that was shade towards me. It was like appropriated shade. We're healthy. I like it. Yeah, no, she was actually fucking amazing. Like her physical looks. She was good at sex, but I just wasn't really into it. It was because I was really, really fucking tired. And she said I could sleep over for the night, and I didn't sleep in like 3 days because I was outside. So she was like, you know, so obviously, like, my brain was far more focused on the pillow that was under my head. I was so tired. And she just fucked the living shit out of me. And then I came at some point, and then we went to bed. And she then fucking, I don't even want to talk about the rest of it. Better left unsaid. But she's very interesting, I must say. Oh, yeah, I just got that comment now, actually. I never stole blank checks. What the fuck said that? That's the other thing. I will say something that really pisses me off is I was such a good fucking kid growing up. You would never even have known that I was not born in the family I was raised in. You would never have known. Because I really did. I fit right the fuck in. I did what I was supposed to do. I mean, if it says anything, I was raised with them to my adulthood, which only a couple of us were. The ones that were actually behaved. So no, I wasn't a thief. I wasn't a creep. And I wasn't aggressive. So I made it all the way into my adulthood to the point where I was getting like offers for college scholarships and like all sorts of cool stuff. It was actually really good. I didn't have the wherewithal at that point. Like I didn't really understand like how fragile life was yet. So I just thought I could just, you know, not treat things like it was a big deal. And then found out, and then, you know, what feels like forever later, things are way, way, way different. Like the person you're seeing right now, guys, like when I tell you, like an incomprehensible transformation has occurred. Incomprehensible. Like my brain, when I was like in that situation, could not even like grasp me now. Wouldn't even know what to do. Wouldn't even know like what kind of person I am. So guys, I don't know where the heck you get your info from, but like this is what cracks me about like I always know when I'm dealing with stupid white people. Like stupid white people, not just white people, but stupid white people, is when they come at you with info that they got from somebody who didn't get the info. You know what I'm saying? Like they got some random ass story. They like convene about it, and then their version of trying to get the truth is confronting you about a lie. So like they don't even know like the actual thing that happened, let alone the story that goes with it. And then they're like you can kind of piece together what they're trying to figure out like the situation was to then find out what actually happened. But they're literally expecting you to do like 3 or 4 steps of thinking for them while they sit there and think that they've done an intelligent thing by grasping a rumor. And they think you're willing to do all that just because you're white like they are. That you're going to do all the thinking for them. No is the answer. Return to your quarters. Apologize to thyself for insulting the one man who could have given you the truth. And then return another day with an apology, which you probably don't have in you to begin with, and a request for the actual information. And lo and behold, you will probably receive it because I'm an open book. Unfortunately, most of you don't know how to read. Speaking of the haters. But, yeah. Wait, yes he is. Yeah, I hate to bring race into it, but, I mean, am I allowed to be racist against my own people? As a joke, maybe. So I'm gonna totally fucking get away with that. Wiggers. that I can say that. I can get away with saying that. If you think I can't, fucking try me. Yo, how interesting would that be? I'd be fine with being in that news story. Man racist against white people is white. Anyway. I think we're all white. That's the problem, though, is you guys are such a bad fucking example of how actual white people are. Like, it's all these frickin' people who were slaves and took slaves and were all killing each other that try to say they're white, and then us northerners came up outside the fucking woods, see you guys all slaughtering each other, and we're like, what the hell is going on? And before we know it, we got people trying to pin us in with you guys. Oh yeah, they're with them. No, we didn't fucking see those motherfuckers for 1,000 years. Alright? They left home. They're the bad kids. They didn't come back. We don't fucking know who they are anymore. So don't be trying to tell us that they belong to us. They ain't our responsibility. I ain't here to clean up the mess all the fucking white people. I'm not. So don't expect me to. Because I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do my shit. Mind my own business. And fuck with who I want to fuck with. I did rant about black people, didn't I? Best believe I did. Bro, they fucking owe me. I am pissed for how much I have stood up for African American people over the past couple of years. Like, I've really done them a fucking solid in some serious places. And they're gonna turn around and do me like that. Treat me like the people that fucking put them in boxes and lit them on fire. Well, fuck you. I'm a little personally insulted for how far out of my way I went for people that don't give a fuck about me to begin with. Excuse me for being a little insulted. I'm salty about it because I care. If I didn't care, I wouldn't put my emotions into it. Is this about the bus driver? Oh my fucking god. Thanks for the reminder. I forgot. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, add it to the fucking list. But it's alright. I forget him. I'm over that. I forgive him. But like I said, I got a nice group of people here in LA that I gotta forgive. I'm still a little salty. They owe you. No, they do. They fucking owe me. They can either leave me alone or they owe me. They try to fuck with me, they owe me. They leave me alone, they don't owe me. I want to be left alone right now to process the damage. I don't, though. That's the thing. I treat people really good. Like you included. Like for what kind of trash you're being in my broadcast, I'm treating you pretty good. And I'm letting you stay here on top of it. No, yo, I'm over to, yo. Listen, when I first started to grasp, you know, my reach, let's call it. Obviously, I was a little power drunk, not gonna lie. Didn't abuse it, thankfully. But now I'm like, meh. Chilled out, over it, back to normal, mostly. Realizing what the fuck situation I'm in. And like, so over it, but also thankful at the same time. No, when I tell you guys, like, this is my name, like, straight up, I'm gonna change it again, obviously, but I don't associate with whatever names you're throwing in my direction. Like, if I don't tell you this is a name I go by, then it's not a name that I go by. I got all these people got all these nicknames they try to be throwing at me and say this da 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 da. I never agreed to most of them, just so you know. I didn't. Yes, Kathy, absolutely. I'm not forgetting for a moment. Trust me, I'm not. Pretty hard to forget when I'm surrounded by food and four walls. Thank you. I forgive you, TS fan. I would thank you for correcting yourself, but it's to be expected. I am living my best life and winning. And I'm also thinking about taking yours. So I'm a fan of you. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Let's change your age. Change your domicile before my fans get to you. Yeah, I do. Thank you. I got I got this whole place to myself. I told you, I'm not in a sleazeball joint. I'm in an actual apartment. Like California does it different. They really do. They have homeless shelters, but they also have facilities for like people that are a little more, I don't want to say upstanding and like like people that have recovered a little more, or people that just don't have those types of issues. So like they're a little safer to have their own space and whatnot. Room tour. No, not happening. Because here's the thing. This is different. Like I could pull you motherfuckers right in and get you, I could fucking just give you the goddamn railgun. Like real talk. You guys would be so fucked. Metaphorically speaking on the railgun talk. I could just be like, yeah, let me be stupid and just give you a room tour and I'll show you everything. No, I care about you guys. I know no good deed goes unpunished. But if I were to just show you around and then you guys do all the fucking shit that you do, you're going to prison. Like, real fucking talk. You're going the fuck to prison. Not to jail. You're going to prison for years for fucking with the shit that they do here. Because this is, like, protected by the state. And if you fuck with this shit, even me, I know you guys are like, he's different. We can fuck with him. No.
I let you get away with way too much. And I have not only come to the standard, but I've also come to the point of when people try to fucking drown me, I drag them under and hold my breath. So fucking cut the shit. I'm doing you a favor and not giving you bait. I'm keeping you off the fucking hook, and I'm not asking you to thank me. I'm helping you to recognize that you are not nearly as much in control as you may believe you are when it comes to my situation. And I do not recommend you test that, because I've far surpassed anywhere of a point where we were even on an equal level in that topic. And I do not recommend you find out. I am not flexing here. This is flaccid. This is full flaccid. And I need you, as far as those of you who have made stupid decisions in reference to my privacy, to stay calm. And it's more than a recommendation. It's mostly me telling you what the fuck to do. Because even though you've been total dicks, I still care about you. So you're going to be smart about it this time. End of story. Moving on. Truthman, they got your IP, by the way. I just got a message. I'm not kidding. I don't know who you are, where you're at, but there are people that do. I'm not lying. I'm not, I promise you. You have my word. I'm not lying. You gotta chill the fuck out. Like now. Guys, they use this shit now to come after you guys. I don't think you get that. Like law enforcement and otherwise. Like, it's been like a decade of you motherfuckers relentlessly doing some like terrorist ass shit and getting away with it. And now the average public and the people who can actually come after you have access to tools and the ability to come after you. So now they are. So you seriously need to chill the fuck out. Like my arena is the last place you want to be doing that shit. No, we put a couple of years, Debbie, of course. For the past couple of years, yeah. The main option is for them to be incarcerated. Alright. I'm hopping off for your sake. If you're brand new, thanks for showing up. Thanks for subbing. Feel free to find me on any social platform. I should be around tomorrow. If you guys need anything, just shoot me a message. I'm usually around, like, literally all the time. I will eventually start doing something professional. Don't ask me what, because God fucking knows. I don't know. But, I mean, got all this, can't let it go to waste, so. Peace for now. You need to stop making this personal. You don't know me anymore. I'm so serious. You don't know. Don't make this personal. Don't get me hot on this. Listen, you're not hurting my feelings anymore, making me upset. You're getting me to a point where I'm licking my lips and I'm starting to drool. Making me fucking hungry. If you think I'm exaggerating, think again. Because I'm not. I gotta go. You guys have a good night. Talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm talking about a predator. I'm not the type of predator you were referring to. But you're not wrong.
This rules. Thank you. Love you too. Yeah, this is way better for me too. I did not think I would like the person I became. That's why I was always so scared. But I definitely love myself way more now. Love you guys. Love you too.